Welcome back to the channel. Matt Porter here, Chief Tasting Officer, Master Blender for Barrel King, here to tell you about April releases for Barrel King Gold members. April brings two gigantic, ginormous powerhouse whiskeys to Barrel King Gold members. First of all, we got this bad boy. This is batch 127. It is the Zeta. But that's not the only big boy pour we have in store for April. No, we got this. This DrumKey Spirits Rye'd Cymbal. This is Jason Calori's second release for his label and the very first rye blend for DrumKey Spirits. Am I pumped for April? If we're just judging my enthusiasm based off the levels of these bottles I have received very recently, my enthusiasm speaks volumes, and volumes in ounces. A lot of them. I have way too many bottles of whiskey in this garage, and if I'm not a gigantic fan of them, I ain't gonna drink them. I just keep tasting and tasting and tasting and taste. Starting with batch 127, the Zeta. The Zeta is a 120.2 proof blend of 8 and 9 year Green River and Wild Turkey distillate. It's big, it's bold, and it's the first expression of straight bourbon that we've blended using our Green River barrels and our Wild Turkey barrels. When you put them together, what happens? Great question. Anything could happen. But when you put them together to make Zeta, you get an alpha, not a friggin' beta. This bad boy is a monster. On the nose, I get like this gourmet chocolate covered cherry. It's very deep smelling, if that makes any sense. It's very thick and very oily. It's very potent. It's really rich and really concentrated. It's just this huge whiskey on the nose. As you keep smelling it, some floral notes begin to blossom. It's like 1-800-Flowers just dropped a boozy bouquet of chocolate and cherry blossoms on your front porch. Oh, who's that from? Friggin'. Oh, must be from a secret admirer. Wrong. It's from Barrel King. He went to Jared. Cherry blossoms, chocolate, Tootsie Rolls, one of those like old soda caps candies that you put in your mouth and they were the soda caps, if you remember. So good. On the palate, oh, that goes down the hatch. Real nice. Wow. Greg Oden's origin story, that seems way older than it is. That does not taste like an 8 or 9 year bourbon. That tastes older than that. There's so much like barrel char and oak influence. Damn. The palate sucker punches you out of nowhere with barrel char and no-bake cookies. It's like apologizing for the barrel char sucker punch with a plate of no-bake cookies. And you have no choice but to accept and to forgive, because no-bake cookies are the best. I love no-bake cookies. This baby is oily and thick, and the finish keeps going and going and going. It's like the Energizer Bunny of bourbon. The Zeta hits every part of the palate, like parts of your palate that haven't been hit since your first French kiss. There are a few things you can put in your mouth that will change a man forever, and 127, the Zeta, might just be one of them. Final sip of the Zeta. The front of the palate like tingles your tongue like a bourbon flavored retro sour. And then it moves its way back in this nice rolling wave into this delicious finish that feels like you're walking through a barrel house, just pulling samples and tasting bourbon straight from the barrel with a Madagascar vanilla bean hanging out of your mouth. I really wish I still had a Russell's Single Rick around to compare it to, because this reminds me of a Single Rick Russell's. If you love big bourbons, Zeta's for you. It's a straight bourbon, no finishes, no funny business, just bourbon. But the flavors that develop and the way that the two mash bills, the way that these two distillates merge together, hells yeah. Whenever you see a Barrel King blend and the name of that blend is a letter of the Greek alphabet, you know it's gonna be something special. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, and now Zeta, these are special blends. And batch 127, you'll want to share with your friends or hide it from your friends, depending on what kind of person you are. I'm not telling you what to do with your bottle or bottles of Zeta, but what I am telling you is that you're going to want at least one of them. Next up is Jason Calori's second release from DrumKey Spirits. This is his second blend. This is Rye'd Cymbal, 118.6 proof. It's batch number 2. This is a blend of 8 to 10 year MGP rye and Green River rye, partially finished in an Elijah Craig 23 bourbon barrel. These 3 rye mash bills come together like, imagine a great band of musicianists. Musicians, music people coming together to form a band, and that band friggin' killed it. Before I even get into the tasting, I want to say this. I've had quite a bit of it, and Rye'd Cymbal is a rye whiskey that's right up my alley, directly up my avenue, straight up my arse. This is so good. Oh yeah. The nose on Rye'd Cymbal, the nose on this DrumKey rye is lively and bright. It's not bright like bluebird sky, direct sunshine with no clouds shining on your un-SPF'd face, but instead it's like the sun peeking through your blackout curtains as it rises in the morning, as it rises in the spring. Window cracked, fresh air coming in, sunshine peeking through the blinds, drunken birds playing grab ass and rambling on about God knows what out in the tree in your front yard. It's fresh, it's bright, it's beautiful. Oh yeah. First thing I smell is ginger ale and whiskey. This rye reminds me of my dad a bit. A little bit of junior mint comes through on the nose as well. Not like a full-blown harsh junior mint, like if you put your nose in the box, but instead like you're standing downwind from old Toivo Toivonieemi, who always kept a few junior mints in his cheek and couldn't stop talking about how we need rain. Some cappuccino powder on the nose as well. Cappuccino powder and fresh raspberries also emerge out of the glass and into this totally out of control brain of mine. Rye'd Cymbal smells ridiculous. Let's put this rye whiskey down the hatch and then give Jason C a slap on the hatch. If of course he consents to that. If he consents. Yeah. That is starkly different from 127, but in the best of ways. It's so big. It is so, like, you know what? It is kind of like dinging a cymbal. If dinging isn't a percussion word, I apologize. I apologize 100 times. But it's kind of like dinging a cymbal. Friggin' ding, friggin' ding. It's like a raspberry strudel and icing. Major bourbon lover's rye. On one hand, it's very approachable, but on the other hand, it's huge flavor with a ton of pop. It has this huge caramel apple sucker on the mid palate that just kind of flares up and reminds you of what it's like just to pop one of those jagged, sharp babies into your mouth. Caramel apple sucker mid palate, trinary toast finish. If you know, you know. It navigates this world of rye spice so perfectly. It's got this cinnamon cardamom on the back end, then it's counterbalanced perfectly with the sweetness of green apple and like a slightly bitter sweetness of raspberry, and then this maple syrup and caramel thing. Viscosity, awesome. The finish, awesome. The palate movement and the flavor profile, awesome. DrumKey Rye'd Cymbal is a huge rye, but I think it's more than a rye. It's a huge rye, but more importantly, it's a huge whiskey. And another phenomenal blend from Jason friggin' Calori. Dude's got chops. Dude's got chops. He is a good man, a good blender, and I would imagine to be a below average bowler. I believe I would whip his ass in bowling so hard. And if he doesn't think that that's true, then I challenge him to bowl a game, or 3, or 12. He's just never gonna beat me. Hey, Jason Calori, put on your bowling shoes, brother, if you got them. If you don't got them, I'll rent you a pair. And if you got a pair, then we'll hit the lanes, and I'll whip your ass at bowling. At blending, I don't even know, because what you got going on in the blending department is wicked and wild and awesome for show. What else could I challenge Jason at? Golf? I've never golfed. Wonder if Jason's ever golfed. That'd be fun. Challenging Jason to a golf match if we've never golfed. That'd be cool. What else could we do? Foosball? I don't know. What else? We could do a hockey fight where we dress up as hockey players. We do cosplay hockey players, and we get on fake skates because neither of us can stand on skates. I know that for sure. And if he can, good for him. But if I tried to stand on skates, it would buckle my ankles. But I can imagine just me and him duking it out, wearing face masks, just grabbing each other's shirts and just and like rock'em sock'em robots, except for I'm the only robot in the fight. And terminated. Jason's terminated. A hugging contest. That's something we could challenge Jason to, is a hugging contest. See who can hug the other for the longest without stopping. I don't know. I don't want to arm wrestle him because he'd beat me. I don't want to race him on foot because I'd embarrass him. I'm freakishly fast for being huge. Put some other competitions in the comments below that me and Jason could do to find out who's the superior male. But also, one thing I do know is this. You should become a Barrel King Gold member if you're not. And you can do that by clicking on the link in the description below, heading over to Barrel King, becoming a Gold member, no long-term commitment required. Just become a Gold member, try us out for a month. If you don't like our product, you can cancel at any time. It's not a big deal. We don't give a crap. But we give a crap so much that you'll never cancel because you'll love it. You'll love it because we do give a crap. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Barrel King Gold members. Thank you, ADHD Whiskey Patreon members. Love you all so much. For now, I'm out of here. But for the next 4 or 5 days, you can find me in St. Louis. That's Nelly, because that's where I'm headed. Headed to Missouri to blend with a Band-Aid under my eye.